He invented this game, didn't you hear?
He used to be in Davy Jones's locker. He got out. He made the right wish.
His heart still beats in that chest.
Release the Kraken?
That's why he's a pacemaker. Because he's so old, and because his heart's in another chest somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how pacemakers work, right? It's when your chest is removed and put into a chest
Cavity.
Dr. Jim Whitlock's in that scene.
Dr. Jim Whitlock is in that scene. You're right. Oh man, keep him out of the water. Things do not go well for him there.
No. That's true. Yeah.
I hope Thor: Love and Thunder is completely not ocean based.
It's all set on a boat. It's a remake of Titanic.
What else happened? Let me look at my notes here. What am I missing? Not a lot of Nandy time. She grabs the spears at one point, right?
But they make a point of showing her a couple of times, but she's annoyed that her room is trashed.
Yeah, she looks at a basket and says, "Crap." Like,
everything's on fire
Yeah.
everywhere. And she's look at the mess. Look at the mess.
I thought maybe it was something else that fell over and she couldn't use it now. But you're just saying that she yelled because her room was a mess?
That's what it looks like. I couldn't. There wasn't anything specifically that she picks up and goes, "Oh no, this thing is broken," or
it just seems more like just general distress about things.
Yeah. The henchman did land a pretty good gut shot on Emma, though. Between the punch from Lucas that would have turned her ribs to jelly, and then the child's gut shot, she's got some strong abs. She might have been.
And she got blown through the air mere moments ago.
True. Yeah, she's a beast.
I mean, when you're doing a lot of underwater swimming, that's a lot of exercise. Like
that's
true. You're building a lot of stamina right there because obviously they have air, but you're still you're doing a lot of pressure. You also have to like move your body constantly to go deeper and whatnot, back and forth every single day. My other main complaint about this movie, a movie that I do like, remember, she should be having a GoPro on like this entire time. Like she has a blog, but by the end of this movie, it's like none of that stuff's gonna get in the blog. Like come on, the video blog. Like this should have been on camera the whole time. I don't know what's going on.
They might have filmed. They had the drone following the divers in an earlier chapter when they were doing the seal girls. They might have filmed that, but that's about it.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of opportunity for video blog stuff. Like it'd be going viral. Like and just. I was watching random. I was watching White House Down. Which has a whole subplot about Joey King's character, Channing Tatum's daughter in that film, having a video blog, right? And she gets the president to be on there. She gets Jamie Foxx's president to be on there, and her blog goes like viral. Then she shoots footage of the terrorists taking over the White House, and it goes super viral. It has like hundreds of millions of followers all of a sudden because she's like the only one that has footage of this thing going down. I'm like, you got mercenaries and flying sharks coming at you. You're not recording every single instance of this, Dr. Emma. Like, come on, we got to get on top of this here. She's not good at the social media, let me tell you.
They're just getting started, right?
Hang on, let's wait till the sirens come past.
Oh. Uh-oh.
They agree with me.
Yeah, Waterblog would be big on that.
Yes. I'm surprised that in White House Down, like, her WordPress doesn't crash or something, that she's suddenly getting millions and millions of views.
It's all on YouTube, so it's like...
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't remember White House Down that well for some bizarre reason.
You should remember it better because it's great.
It's fine.
Is it better than Olympus Has Fallen?
Yes, easily. It was easily the better of the two.
Really? I remember it being really long. Like,
it's an hour. It's 2 and 2:10. Like, it's not that long.
Well, Olympus Has Fallen has the phenomenal line of let's play a game of off, you go first. It's a glorious line.
And then they doubled down on that for its very racist and xenophobic sequel. So
yeah, wildly.
I hadn't seen that before, but I think one of them, I think London Has Fallen, was on TV the other day, and I was when they referred to somewhere as Kedistan, I was like, I'm not going to watch the rest of this film.
Yeah. The third one is like better by default, but that second one is god awful
with the drone attack.
Yeah, but this is the drone attack in the third one, but that's the wrong one that got the franchise. White House Down is great. White House Down is so much fun.
That's an Emmerich jam, isn't it?
It is, because I watched Independence Day because I'm American Jay, and then I watched Independence Day Resurgence because I'm American Jay, and
you can keep that one. You're welcome to that.
But I hadn't watched it since I saw it in theaters. Where it's still bad. I do think that movie has ideas, but it was such a downer. After watching them back to back, you can especially see how bad Resurgence is compared to the first one. So like the next day I was like, I need to get some White House Down to me to get this bad Emmerich out of my system. So like it's such a fun movie. I really like White House Down, and it's a shame that one bombed. It's like, that's the one that bombed. The other one gets a franchise? The one with some terrible CG when North Korea like lays waste to a bunch of civilians on Pennsylvania Avenue. Like that movie sucked. Oh my god.
Megamind, great film. Despicable Me has 3 sequels.
I love those movies.
I don't disagree in theory because I'm not a big fan of Despicable Me, and I did like Megamind. I like Monsters vs. Aliens. Give me more of that. Like that's the one I wanted more of.
I just need the Stephen Colbert president spinoff. That's all we need.
Yeah. And like Kiefer Sutherland as the Secretary of Defense, I believe. Like there's just some good stuff in that movie. How do we get to Monsters vs. Aliens now?
I love it. Let's go other places.
So the end of Independence Day. When the ship comes down, worldwide everywhere is celebrating. You ever notice how it's daylight everywhere in the whole world at the same time?
It's adjusting for time, Jay. It's a time jump.
But so is it?
I just like to think that when Robert Loggia is like, let's tell them to take these sons of down, and they start furiously tapping on the
it's about bloody time.
On the what is it called? On the Morse code on the what is it called though? The
Morse coder? I don't know.
Fine. Whatever. The old school telephone.
The British guys are like, oh, it's about bloody time.
Yeah, but like presumably after Russell Case blows up the ship by diving head first into the main cannon as they're about to blow you away, like what is it that they type to everyone to tell how you take these ships down exactly? You got to find one guy with a missile and sacrifice him. Like what was the other, what other ways did they say it?
Well, it's only because his missile wouldn't launch. If anyone could fire a missile up that.
I'm just curious, like because they launched that beam right when he collided with it. So it's like, do they have to wait for the aliens to exactly when they're about to blast to shoot the missile so the blast goes back up into them? Is that how they do it?
They type out, find your drunkest pilot. Who he must have family waiting for him. He needs to have been a bad father to them, bad father figure. This is his way of redemption. This is all very important. This isn't going to work if it's just some hero off the street who's just a loner. It's not going to work. It's got to be bad dad.
And even then, even if it's not a precisely when they try to blast you, you still have like a matter of minutes when they open their ship to try to blast you, where you're like, we need to like get a ship to shoot just at that moment. Now, granted, I love Independence Day. Independence Day is one of the best blockbusters of all time, by far. I have nothing against this movie. I think every aspect of it is super fun and earnest, and I love it. Earnest. But, yes. But I just always, there's the two things of all things of that movie that get me bogged down is like, how did the rest of them take down these ships? Also, when Russell Case is saying, when he's telling the guys that are recruiting him to be a pilot to fight aliens, and he's like, I'm really happy to fight aliens because I was abducted by them, and they don't believe him? There are aliens on your planet. You still don't believe the guy that's saying I saw aliens? Like, what? I seen them. I can describe to you what they look like, but you're telling me I'm the crazy one?
There is one downstairs from where we are right now.
I was still more worried about Will Smith punching out that alien with one punch when its exoskeleton was over its face. Like, that's a hell of a punch.
The rest of the film, he's wearing a sling.
For one thing, the alien just got concussed by crashing his spaceship into the wall, so I can buy that he's a little disoriented. Also, I've seen Will Smith punch a bunch of people. I can buy that he punched an alien.
It's a one. I know. I love the one punch KO. I was like, man, he just one punch KO, and then later on it wrecks shop. I'm like, dang, how hard does he hit?
I'd like to think that at the premiere, because I knew he would attend this premiere, Michael Mann saw that and is like, I'm gonna make him Ollie one day. Yeah, and he did
because of that movie.
He saw the premiere with Will Smith. He's like, he's gonna be Ollie.
He knocks out aliens.
That's what he did. That's when he was already negotiating with Spike Lee and Denzel, and he's like, they want to do this thing, but I saw Independence Day at the premiere at LA Live or wherever the hell I saw the premiere at, and I saw Will Smith punch an alien in the face. He's going to be my Muhammad Ali one day, let me tell you.
Oh, I love it.
One of his producers like, stop the search, I found him. Found the guy.
Also, I mean, if it's an exoskeleton, that means there's a little bit of space between where the alien is and where the skeleton begins. So if he punched that exoskeleton, that just makes me think the momentum of the exoskeleton knocked into the other alien inside the alien inside the exoskeleton and knocked it out.
I think it's more the punching of the solid shell is going to hurt. Like, I admit it's going to take out the alien definitely, but it's going to hurt his hand.
He seemed fine. It's gooey. It's got some cushion.
I want to do something. Since you're Aaron Spin Kick Newer.
Yeah.
And
it's canon.
Like this is the new name right here. This is sold. I want to do a real quick thing, and we'll put it up on as a poll. We'll have people vote on it. But I want you two to do, since we're talking spin kicks, I want you to do a JCVD matchup. So you each pick 3 JCVD movies.
I'm gonna actually spin this on you, Mark, and say you do it because I have seen very few JCVD films.
Okay.
I cannot pick Time Cop 3 times.
Since you're the guest, Aaron, I'll let you pick first.
I'll take Sudden Death.
Oh man, the best kitchen fight I've ever seen. I'll take Hard Target because there's a wonderful spin kick in that one.
Street Fighter.
Oh, you're making it hard for me to pick ringers. All right, so you pick. All right, well, I'll do Universal Soldier to get my Dolph Lundgren front kick data in here.
I mean, I guess Bloodsport.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard to beat. All right, so you got Bloodsport. So then I have an option between Cyborg, Double Team, Double Impact, No Retreat, No Surrender, Maximum Risk.
Maximum Risk. I'm a twin.
Nowhere to Run. No, where he saves an Arquette. I'll take Kickboxer because of his dancing.
Makes sense.
And my team of 3 that I've seen would be Time Cop, The Expendables 2, and Kung Fu Panda 2.
Kung Fu Panda 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, none of us picked Time Cop.
No, the best one that I've seen.
Interesting.
I mean, the trilogy he has of Time Cop, Street Fighter, and Sudden Death is that's pretty solid for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not huge on Hard Target, but I mean I get it. But that threesome right there, Time Cop, Street Fighter, Sudden Death, that's just pure Van Damme magic.
So you have Sudden Death, Street Fighter, and Bloodsport. I have Hard Target, Universal Soldier, and Kickboxer. And we'll put this up as a poll for the spin kicks in honor of this chapter.
My fun list would have been Knock Off, Double Team, and Welcome to the Breakin'. I do Breakin'.
Yeah, Breakin'. Well, his later Universal ones, Regeneration and Day of Reckoning.
I heard the last one I heard is really pretty good.
Oh yeah, with Scott Adkins. It's grimy and bloody and you just feel gross, but it's very violent and there's some good fights. It's nice. Also, I read a lot.
Is Scott Adkins like the real lead of that movie? Is that how it works?
So he's the lead, and then you have Dolph being Gonzo and JCVD, and then you get Andrei Arlovsky, MMA fighter, crushing it.
Uh-huh.
Now, I was researching Bren Foster, and he's been doing martial arts since he was like 9, and his son just got a black belt in I think Taekwondo or Jiu-Jitsu, and Bren Foster trained with Anthony Peroche, who was an Australian MMA fighter who had a bunch of good fights in the UFC. It's kind of cool. And he got black belt in Jiu-Jitsu from Anthony Peroche. So this Bren Foster in real life has Taekwondo black belt. He's a Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So this dude's for real in this movie. And I guess he talked John Pogue into the spin kicks. Pogue didn't plan on that, but he kind of forced him into it. And I think it made a better movie because of it.
Yeah.
But I was looking at his training. In the real world, this dude can roll. He has Taekwondo experience. There's a picture of him holding a sword, which is kind of a nightmare. But
guys, this is a great episode of Deep Blue Sea. This is the podcast, by the way.
Yeah, no, but the actor, his martial arts background, he talked Pogue into it, and because of that, we have spin kicks in Deep Blue Sea, which is, me, I'm a simple guy. That's all I need. Sharks and spin kicks. It's cool.
That's it. The first time I saw this film, as soon as I was spin kicks, I was like, Mark, this is going to be Mark's favourite film. The fact that it's a Deep Blue Sea film with spin kicks is all he could possibly want.
I love that people are starting to figure out my cinema. I was talking to Aaron, and you were like, The Tomorrow War. I knew you'd love it. I was like, yeah, I loved it. And then
to be fair, one of my gifts is that I'm very good at reading people and what they like after I know them for a little bit. So it's not hard for me to narrow things down for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's like in Loki, Owen Wilson's talking about jet skis. You think, oh, Mark's going to like this. Yeah.
Absolutely. Man.
Yeah, to Mark's credit, he doesn't make it hard for you to understand what kind of things he likes.
He talks about them often.
Yeah. Jet skis, spin kicks, sharks.
Scott Adkins.
I'm a fan of Chuck. I've talked a lot about going full Chuck on this show, and then Yvonne Strahovski's in The Tomorrow War as a cool character. I like her a lot in that.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to see Betty Gilpin get more. I mean, she would never headline the movie. People are like, she should headline The Tomorrow War. And I'm like, well, I don't know if that works, but she's awesome in The Hunt. I love her character.
They're making that sequel, so things are going to happen.
I hope she has more to do, because The Hunt, I know it didn't do well.
So at this point, if they're making a sequel and they're in the cast, it's like, I don't know why you wouldn't involve her at this point.
She's one of the people that spoiled The Tomorrow War. She survived.